Hey, this is Raspberry with Role-Playing Public Radio. We're playing Blades in the Dark, The Blind Eyes, Session 3. In the last session, The Blind Eyes, well, they defrauded. They actually did a public good. They took down a medicine show that was selling snake oil, and but I mean for their own selfish reasons. But I guess it was a public good. Anyways, they took over some turf from the Fog Hounds. And with they have a claim with some secret routes that they can use for their smuggling and various criminal shenanigans. And and then of course the Foghounds really fucking hate them, but you guys kind of blew up a lot of their shit and stuff. No, that was the Grinders, but you guys have taken them down a peg. You did kill a good number of them, so they won't be immediately coming after you. But you made another enemy. It's fine. But we do have a bit of downtime in the fact that we have entanglements. So let me just roll on the entanglements because you're supposed to do that. And let's see how the dice roller does this time. All right. Always a 1. Gaining trouble or the usual suspects. So let's see here. I will say... the Grinders have started spreading the word that they are on the lookout for the Blind Eyes and have put a small bounty up for each of you. They want for any information about them, so they are willing to step on the annoying bug that is the Blind Eyes. And so all of you, you need to retaliate to do something, or you will lose a point of rep.
I mean, I can handle that. I'm probably more useful in the blunt work than the planning, the actual caper work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeking guidance from my fellow crewmates.
Yeah, go smash them out.
Yeah, so can I get word to people?
Yeah.
Can I let someone know where I'm at?
That would be so you just want everyone to know where you are?
No, I want Shale to drop it to somebody he doesn't want around anymore, but who would take the bounty.
I have an idea.
Yeah, get in there.
Who's Shale again? Sorry,
he was my dangerous friend I got the Molotov from.
Okay. Blake's dangerous. And we didn't say who he was, what faction he was associated with.
No, he just says he's a vicious thug. I doubt it's the Grinders, because...
Yeah, because you are a dangerous friend. Okay, you can
tell an idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
We host an underground boxing event where you compete and you basically are a ringer, and you, while simultaneously making money, we also show that the Blind Eyes are not to be fucked with because we have a Flake and they don't.
Okay.
All right.
Is it going to be fried rolls?
Of course.
Okay. Good.
Okay. I believe that's consorting. I would say that's controlled. In order to arrange that pretty easily without too much duress.
I'm somewhat of a consorter.
Okay.
I gotta find my character sheet. It was on my table. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Does this count as a weaving the web for gather information, or does this more just?
It's not gathering information.
It's just setting up
setting
an event.
something up.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. I got a 5.
Okay. It'll cost you a coin to set up.
I mean, I'll take that out. I'll pay for it out of my own.
Okay. So you get a venue, a warehouse at the docks. One night, you're told that it'll be bad. I'll say you actually rent it from I think it's the Leviathan Hunters. I forget what they're called.
The Leviathan Hunters are just the Leviathan Hunters.
Yeah, but they control a lot of the docks. And you guys, I think you have +1 stats with them. Yeah. You do. So they're willing to rent you the warehouse, but it'll be bad if their warehouse gets burned to the ground or anything like that happens. So or if there's multiple murders on there, they expect the building to be more or less intact, and they're not going to ask any questions.
Multiple. No, this is just a fight. This isn't murdering.
Well, yeah, there's just assuming that you'll keep things under control. So, yeah. All right. So they rent it to you for a coin. Now, y'all have to do your own security. They haven't provided anything else. You just have access to it for the night.
So they wish to kill me, and we are hosting an event for this. Yes.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a fighting, like a thing, and so if you happen to kill them in the ring, well, that's whatever. But it's really just a way for us to drum up some cash, and also you get to hurt people.
So you do not think they will approach this way in open? It is likely to be an alley somewhere, yes, or while asleep. This is how I would do it.
Well, you're gonna do it in a ring this time, though.
So it is an advertisement then.
Yes, and if you have to drum up some attention by killing a few people on the way, well, then you do what you have to do.
Okay, I will need the cut person. My skin is I bruise and bleed easily. I cannot be blind. I will need a person in corner.
One of the ghost guys here, one of the ghosty people, they'll help you.
Actually, Salvage could do that. I mean, he is a trained physiquer, I think. Or he,
hope not.
Don't you have some? Because you are a leech.
I do have Leech, but that's one of the special abilities is Physiquer. So, but that's Tinker with Blowing Your Boating, and I'm my first one is an Artificer. So I might do that in the future. But
I mean, you could lie. Yeah,
I could lie. I could also develop something to give Flake an edge in the corner. So while he's going,
okay. I am prepared. These situations happen often for me. Every couple months in ring somewhere. At least I'm not fighting dogs this time. Salty, no dogs?
I don't think there'll be dogs.
Oh, good. This is easy. I am prepared. I have own medicine. Yeah.
Okay. So just so I get this, you're running on one night fight club, essentially underground boxing ring, where Flake is going to beat the shit out of anyone, any contenders. Or are you going to try and set up an actual title card or something?
Well, there's no title because no one's fought yet. So
okay,
we got to build a community, But no, we're basically just trying to see if we're going to try and see if we can get the whatever they were called,
the grinders.
Yeah, those guys. We're going to see if we can get them to show up and put any of their people out there.
Oh, I mean, since you set it up and you made your roll, they'll be sending at least one of their people in there. They're not going to send like the gang in force in there because it's on the Leviathan Hunter's turf and they don't want to start a two-fronted war. But they're definitely they're definitely going to send somebody in there and some of their people to watch you all.
Yeah, see? We really want to. This is a show of force, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So they'll probably send in one of their most dangerous fighters. You could just do this as a straight up fight, but unless y'all want to cheat or give Flake an edge here.
Who's in my corner?
I can still be in your corner here, so to kind of provide you some stuff.
Wait, are there rounds?
You guys get to set the rules. Like you're the ones who got the venue.
I think there should be rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make their rounds.
So I'll give him my Rage Essence vial. And so if things go bad, you should dose me with this.
Okay.
It will go easy if you pour it in a spit bucket. Then it will seem like I'm spitting, but I will be drinking it, and then we will be good to go. It will be good. You should leave then, though.
That might be a good time, but what's the exact, alchemical composition of this?
Oh, I do not know. I do not remember much after I take it. It's not an area of specialty, but it is effective. You should run. if it comes to this.
Okay, so let me take a look. Maybe see if that gives you the edge. Would it be actually possible for me to study it? And
I
see
know
if
what
can
it
get
is. It's a rage essence vial. It comes with my character, but
does it? Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, I was going to. I was going in their character to see if I could tinker with that alchemically. So
well, I mean, it's already alchemical PCP. So
okay, never mind then. So
yeah.
all right. So, all right. Yeah, we could do this as well. However, just in case, I could fix you up with that's like, well, essentially with that's like a bit of a spark charge here instead. Kind of pulling out one of the vials of the glowing ectoplasmic fluid. This one can literally, it's like electrocute them if you hit them.
I think that might alter odds for Salty if I am mech warrior with the electricity and the Tesla.
Well, here's the thing. You guys, it's your venue. It's your fight. You can set whatever rules you want. But
Taser
if you,
ball. Robot cops.
the grinder's going to show up with, there's going to be like an entourage with their fighter, and their entourage is definitely going to be armed. So if you give him a weapon, if you give Flake a weapon, they're going to give him some kind of weapon. And then if you say he's cheating the fights off, then, well, you'll be the one, you'll lose rep anyway, because you wasted everyone's time.
Okay.
So if you want to give him an advantage that the other side doesn't have, like, you can escalate and just say, like, just pistols, just make it a real quick duel. They'll be down for that, but like, the idea is, how do you give Flake an advantage without giving it to the rival? Like
so for that would be more of a finesse roll on my side, basically keeping it on hand and then seeing if I could get it on him or without them noticing.
He's going to be like, at least like shirtless, and it's going to be like, there's going to be a lot of people watching in a warehouse. Like, I don't know how you're picturing this, but like,
yeah, Aaron, if you're a cut person, you're literally like putting your fingers up my nose, like putting your fingers in my mouth. Like, it would be real easy to dose somebody if you were a cut person.
Okay.
Yeah, but like giving him like a taser thing is like, people are going to see the taser. Like,
yeah.
Like, and they're going to be like, why does he have a taser? This is cheating. It's bullshit.
Okay.
Like, so like, think of a way that other people aren't going to know you're giving him an advantage.
It's
so like
very easy to chemically cheat in MMA. Trust me. Like,
that's basically the premise of MMA.
Yeah.
What if we could put them all on steroids?
Yeah, you could still use electricity to cheat, but like, you could be building traps into the floor on his side of the ring and to like shock him when he steps on a certain part of the floor.
All right. I didn't know if we were wanting to go on a full build. I do have time in a workshop for that, so I can improve the quality for that if we want.
Well, I mean, that's if you want to do that, but like, the rage drug will be enough to do that. In fact, you won't even have to roll, because the spit bucket thing is going to be trivial.
Maybe protect yourself. I'm not sure this is going to stay a one-on-one fight, depending on how hard the grinders come. Like,
okay,
yeah, maybe Tesla coil yourself for safety.
Okay, I can do that then. So,
but Salty should be in the crowd taking bets and working odds.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was going to have Bill's character do that.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Oh yeah, you should definitely call the whole thing. Yeah.
Vimes, you can certainly do that. And remember, we can use flashback mechanics if you think something cool. But yeah, actually, we'll just do this as its own score. So you'll get downtime after this before we get to the score that I was thinking of for today. But yeah. So yeah, you can actually make money off of this, not just defend your honor from the grinders. But yeah, it sounds like a basic assault. Like, your guy Flake is just going to beat the shit out of the other guy. And the question is, how are let's think about the engagement, which is how do you want to approach this fight, Flake? Are you just going to do straight trading, or are you just going to like figure out a way to cheat, or what is your approach pre-fight? Yeah,
I want to make him chase ghost chickens around and yell at him.
Yeah, we could do that. Sure.
Is that going to help?
Yeah, make you fast.
Am I ordered to do that by Salty? I am technically his bodyguard.
I mean, Put the chickens away. Leave the poor kid alone.
Yeah.
I've
so
seen it work.
Yeah. So do you guys just want to train up Flake and make him as badass as possible and win it honestly, or do you guys want to figure out a way to cheat and to guarantee that Flake is going to win? I guess is the real question. So you could use magic to do it. You could use weird science.
Can we promote?
Yeah, you can promote. Yeah.
I have idea.
Okay.
I am hired at docks because I am told labor is about people power and I count for many people. The strike in which they employed me for never came, and I found moving burlap sacks boring, so I joined you. But I am still part of union. Perhaps I'd be a union fighter, sort of a hometown hero, no? We could use more men, yes? For more dock workers for our enterprise?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I shall go down to local, advertise. The men could make some money. Perhaps you give them good price at bookie. We get people on side. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that's. I'll just roll this. This will be the engagement roll to figure out what you will get from the docks if you win the fight.
This would definitely be weaving a web, right? You know.
Yeah.
Coming up with a union-based gambling scheme.
Yep. So I got a 6, so that's a controlled roll. And Salty, you can use your spider weaving the web to figure out what you would get. That kind of thing.
All right. What am I using? Am I using consort for that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3 5s.
Okay. All right. So
is the dice roller working again?
It seems to be for now.
Okay. All right.
We'll just see. So remember, the grinders are mostly from another city, Lockport, and they came here to earn money so they could basically finance a revolution at Lockport. So they're kind of assholes to the people here. So they have their own enemies. Notably the Leviathan Hunters, the Bluecoats, the Imperial Military, and sailors in general. So there's a lot of people who don't like the grinders. And if you talk about, and since you start talking trash about them and how you're going to win them to kick out these Lockporters, if you win the fight, you could actually get an upgrade for your crew, and upgrade the number of people you have.
All right. So, well, if it worked for Conor McGregor,
and that'll pay for it.
Some nativist reactionary bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So, if none of you want to do anything else, we'll just move on to the fight itself. So
I think Vimes should definitely be taking bets.
Okay. Yeah, Vimes. As
and emasculate men who don't bet more.
Yeah.
Just
there's also the women there too.
There's everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can we ward the warehouse so they can't ghost cheat?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That'd be good. Yeah.
That would be a tuning. Obviously, I would say that would be risky. Normally, if you use one of your ectoplasmic vials, that'll increase the effect for the entire building. Let's see here. I think but that would use up your ectoplasmic vials for the session.
The session or the score? Sorry.
The score. So it's,
okay.
So it'd be risky.
Mask, bust out the vials.
Well, your mask, and remember, when we did get a rules point, your items don't give you more dice; they increase your effect.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah. So that would let you ward the entire warehouse with a knight's ritual.
4.
Okay. You take 2 stress. It's hard.
Okay. Aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they are certainly ghost people who are possessed are going to be, if someone is possessed and tries to get in, you'll definitely know, and unless they're very, very powerful, they won't be able to get in. But if they push their way in, you'll definitely know. Okay. And anybody else trying to do any sort of supernatural shenanigans, you would know, unless they're way out of your league. Probably won't happen. But yeah, That's a good point. So, as we move on to the event of the fight itself, the warehouse, a couple of street urchins light up the lanterns and affix them to the ceiling. There's a few vendors selling salted eel and fish and other snacks, and a mushroom, hot mushroom stew served in cheap clay pots. Typical street food. There's already some also some jugglers and other minor street performers to entertain the crowd and earn tips while everyone is waiting to get in. Stotler and Waldorf, both who are healed and ready, are working as doormen, letting people in. More and more people are, as the crowd gradually fills in. People are pretty excited apparently to see what happens when this up and coming gang is basically called out. A larger gang in a one-on-one duel. In fact, several people give each of you compliments like, "Oh, this is so civilized compared to the usual, bombings and shootings and buildings being lit on fire. This is downright cosmopolitan. It's like we're royalty or something."
Roll up, cash on the barrelhead, put it down here. Set your wages. Come on in, sir. Bring it on in. What is this? Is this your milk money? Come on. I know you got more than that to you.
So, Vimes, are you trying to be more social and gregarious and get people on your side? Or are you trying to squeeze every dime out of them?
Porque no los dos.
Yes.
Well, all right. I guess that's if you get a 6, you would do that. But there would definitely be a consort. I would say it's risky. I would say it's risky. You could definitely fuck things up. Make there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of money on the line. So,
all right. So if it's more just working the crowd, does that lean more towards sway?
Yeah, I would allow sway. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll forgo the money and play to our strengths then, because let's face it, this was certainly supposed to be a simpler thing than what we've made it. But what else is new?
It's fine. What the game's built about, so
for sure. Devil's bargain.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. You'll find out after your roll.
Fuck you, Ross.
Well, you don't have to take it.
I guess that is the nature of it. Anybody want to help me game this out and feel like tossing an extra die on?
Are you trying to get people on our side?
Basically, yeah. We're doing this more for we want to be the gang that is the spirit of this area, more so than pulling in the money.
Mm-hmm.
Would coin help? Spend money, make money?
You could have spent coin on furnishing the warehouse with people to help. Oh
no, I have an even better idea.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make it rain as I walk in. I'll spend my coins. These are my people. Thank you for coming to my sports exhibition. I'm just going to
nice.
Apollo Creed it as I come through the door and give kids money.
How many coins are you actually spending?
I'll spend all of my coins. I'll spend both coins I have. Yeah, spend money.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's quite a bit.
It's good to see strong Acrosian people out here. Thank you for supporting my fitness endeavors. It's good to see you, friend. Glad
that'll placate the crowd. This will be a controlled roll, and it'll boost your effect if you succeed or get a partial.
Here goes.
Living in Dusk.
Yeah, there's a
in
6.
the background.
Okay, you did take that devil's bargain though, right?
Why, yes, I did.
Okay. So your coin purse goes missing. Mark off any coin you had on you.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But if you win, if Flake wins, you will all earn 6 coin. And you will gain additional rep over what you normally would for this score. People really like what... Yeah.
6 total or 6 each?
6 total.
Okay.
The crew will earn 6. That will be your take if you win this bet.
So you could make your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How much coin did you lose there?
2.
2? Well, I mean, there's also the possibility the thief is still somewhere nearby, so you could be distracted and try to look to get your money back. or you could focus on the fight. Anyways,
is there? I had an idea for something else since we're kind of handing out money to the crowd, just constantly picking up. Maybe putting in a few spark enhanced pyrotechnics around to basically go to preface Flake's entrance into the arena.
I mean, you could just have that. Yeah, I mean, unless you're trying to get some sort of specific effect. I mean, you'll look cool, and that'll be part of the show. So I like that. But
but I do have the workshop though, so we could actually set that up ahead of time and get something there. So basically, put up something that looks like an eye that's closed above it, or giving it a specific effect of that.
So turn into a White Snake show, real
branding.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this warehouse is not going to pass fire code.
I was thinking Great White, unfortunately, but
yeah.
Remember that we will lose rank with our friends if we burn the place down.
Yeah. I would say I'm not going to give you an advantage except for role playing. It looks really cool. I'll let you do that, and it doesn't cost you anything. It just looks really cool.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because I mean, people here, it's not going to materially affect anything unless you want it to give some sort of specific advantage. But like the people between the Vimes working the crowd and Flake literally bribing them with dollars, with coin.
Yeah, it's just meant to be a cumulative effect on it. So
it's called politics, Ross.
I know. Hey, it's Boss Flake instead of Boss Tweed. So the grinders come in, and they have one of their heavy hitters. Let's see here. In fact, Darrett. He's known as their toughest gang member. He is huge and also has a reputation for being shrewd. He is supposedly a very cunning fighter. I mean, that's his rep, but Darrett is their chosen champion. And of course, there's a half dozen members with him, all looking you all. Some of them are visibly armed, nothing drawn, but pistols on the belt, knives, that kind of thing.
Can I gather information about Garrett?
Darrett with a D.
Darrett?
Yeah. What are you using? Just asking around?
Well, I don't know how gather information works. What's the point of all these questions? How do I ask them? Because we've encountered this before.
Yeah. I forgot to look that up.
How do I ask the many questions that are included?
36.
I have to step away briefly. Continue.
Mm-hmm. If it's common knowledge, I'll simply answer your question. If there's not, an action roll is called for. So I'll let you choose how you want to do that. But if it's common knowledge, all right. So,
can I roll skirmish to see how he is as a fighter and answer the question? What's most dangerous here? What should I watch out for him?
Yeah, skirmish would be good for that. Yeah, controlled surveying, studying would work as well.
I don't make it.
Okay.
Never mind. Stumble blindly into it.
Yeah. But how many rounds did you want to make this, Salty?
Salty left.
Sorry. Vimes. Yeah.
It's until someone's out.
Okay. So
if it's a bare knuckle boxing match, yeah. I was for 200 rounds.
Well, I'm going to abstract this into how many checks it's going to be until one person's knocked out, Let's see. Otherwise, it could be just until you get to 3 harm, in which case your character...
Sounds good.
All right. All right, I'll keep 1, 2... Yeah, I'll just keep track of how many injuries you inflict on him with a partial or full success. And you'll keep trading blows. And I guess... after every exchange, will other players will get a chance to intercede.
Okay.
Because there will be round breaks for cheating and whatnot. So,
yay, cheating.
Yeah, basically. Let's see here. Yeah, Audra, you did notice that one of the grinders sort of got near the warehouse but stopped, and kind of then just looked really pissed. So that one is watching things from across the street, essentially. So it looks like they have another whisper on, on higher, but the whisper didn't even try to break your spirit ward.
Yeah, you can't see it through the mask, but I am sneering at him.
Yeah. So
I put my spirit vein charm in my boxers or whatever, because
okay,
want to have that on me. Don't want to get ghost juju'd in the middle of a fight.
Yeah. How are you going to start the fight? Derek comes in. He's a big boy, barrel chested. He looks. His face is a mess of scars. His nose has been broken so many times. Might as well. It's flat as an iron. He has, his ears are heavily cauliflowered. I mean, the man has actually some metal teeth. Yeah, they can afford custom dentures. Good for him. So, but he is leering at you. I'm going to make you look real pretty, as pretty as you were in that orphanage.
Okay, I'm fine. Flake doesn't talk. Flake's not a talker.
Yeah.
He's just going to wait for the bell.
All right. Ding,
All right,
ding.
fellas.
Yeah.
What a good clean fight here. Shake hands.
I am going to taunt the opposing fighter by yelling all the ways in which his ghost family has told me he disappointed them.
All right, flashback. Audra was in the grotto communing with spirits to find out Darren's family dirt. So let's do a risky attune roll to see how effective that information is.
Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain. All right.
Already?
I mean, that's who you talk to when you want to know that stuff.
5.
Yeah.
Fair
All right.
enough.
Yeah, you get them to reveal some juicy secrets. But yeah, your eyes start bleeding. That's the complication. So you take one harm from that. And the Devil's Bargain is going to be the grotto is now haunted by a ghost child who just keeps crying at night. So
Weird.
everyone take 1 stress.
Jeez.
Yep.
It's fine. It happens.
That was great the night before a fight.
Yep. I don't know if Flake can hear things when he passes out. He is, I would guess, a pretty deep sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have CPAP here.
We're not sure if if he's going to wake up every time he goes to sleep. Yeah. So Flake, tell us about your fighting style. How do you, as you two approach each other, hands up? What
I'll rush straight ahead into headbutt. Just
Okay.
hammer Hedgedark. Just blind spread at him. Yeah.
This is the definition of a risky role. You're both armed fighters, or you're both, I mean, not armed, but you're both, experienced fighters, but you're not exactly surprised, so it's not desperate. So go ahead and...
Did I get an assist from Ghost Children?
Yeah, you do get an assist from that. So you get an...
Audra, what terrible things do you yell at him before it starts? I want to know what he did to disappoint his family.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they wanted him to be a dock worker, but he wanted to be a writer. And they tore up and burned all his stuff in front of him.
Nice.
Yeah, so the ghost child is kind of whispering to you in your mind the poems that he wrote as a young man, that he has committed to memory, but no one else alive knows them.
Yes, I'm just yelling lines from his terrible abandoned poetry.
Right. And I'm going to attempt to headbutt him to death while he does that. So
Yeah.
I added 1 to my skirmish, so that's 4d6 with the assist. 6. Yeah.
It works very well.
Can I make a request, Ross? Sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
Since there's more of a mechanical cost to my assist than just the stress, can it also up the effect or something?
Yeah.
Can we
No,
get
it does.
a little extra? Okay.
So the additional mechanical effect is you knock the air out of him, and so Flake, you take no damage in the first round of exchanges. As you headbutt him squarely in the solar plexus, he gasps for air as Audra shouts the poem that he's like, who the fuck said that? Broke his focus at the exact wrong time, or at the exact right time, depending on your point of view. So you inflict a level 2 harm on him. He is definitely wounded. Unfortunately, you did agree to rounds, so the bell does ring before you can really, break his skull open.
Mm-hmm.
Flake, I assume you do break off.
Yes.
Yeah. So Audra, I will say 2 members of the Grinders are pushing their way through the crowd in closer to you than they were before.
I'm just circling away from them. Just
just trying to keep away from the angry Grinders while the fight continues. So okay. Let's see here. The next round begins. He is bleeding heavily from the face. Which has been stitched up to a degree or stopped up for a little bit. But he's looking pretty bad. But he still has a lot of fight left in him. So
okay.
Probably if you got another 6 this round, you might be able to just knock him out entirely. But you have to get a 6. So
all right, I'll spend 2 stress.
Okay. So you get.
I just run at him with a flying elbow. It's not my head this time, but it's still inelegant and just crazy.
Audra, if you try to assist this round, you will automatically open yourself up to some kind of threat. If you
you can go. I spent 2, so I'm up to 46 again.
You can't really yell and make yourself heard while avoiding 2 Grinders because they're hard to spot. You have to keep your eye on them. Also, Vimes and Salvage. Do either of you want to do anything? Yeah.
And so I guess right now at this point we're still trying to do that. Do I see that the others are trying to track Audra?
I would say yeah. Yeah.
Could I possibly try to throw some fireworks in their general direction? I'm basically just still making the crowd go up and not as a distraction.
I mean, I would say
the answer's always fireworks, isn't it?
It's a really go-to move.
You got one move. It's fireworks.
Don't burn the building down.
I would say
tried ghost electricity powers, but you said no.
Aaron here's don't burn the building down is like fireworks.
You can. That would definitely be risky, though, and I know what the complication's going to be if you roll anything less than a 6.
All right. So
okay. Yep.
On that,
I spend a stress because my character, because Salty is very much stressing out about this.
So that's stress to help me.
Yeah, to help you.
Okay.
Okay.
So would that be a finesse or just a?
Finesse.
Or,
that sounds good. Yeah.
Finesse
sure.
Or could I actually do Tinker to basically set this up with a fuse that would go off at the exact time that I needed to?
It's a little chaotic. You're trying to throw fireworks at 2 particular people who are not close to each other in the crowd while not disturbing the crowd.
Okay.
Do it.
Then I will go ahead and spend because I can push myself by taking 2 stress, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Yep, I'll do it. So that'll give me 3 then.
Okay.
There you go, Aaron. I knew you could do it.
Complicated. Damn it. All right.
The complication. It didn't burn the entire building down. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fire spreads.
All right. So
You're
I know what
supposed to be helping me.
So Audra, you are free to keep yelling. You won't. I'll give you a free. You can just yell. You don't have to spend any stress to yell.
I mean, if the building's on fire, I'm definitely yelling.
No, the building is not on fire. It's going to be a different side effect.
Okay.
So, which I will reveal after Flake makes his roll. So, yeah.
Actually, I wanted to try to throw one more thing in here.
Sure.
Want to call a flashback. So I want to disguise up, doing a Batman on Skid Row bit, and go out to the Grinders territory. So Audra's got the deep psychological history of Derek covered. I want the more recent history, if he has an SO and there's someone that SO is, who's the guy that she told him not to worry about.
Okay.
Just so, at a critical moment, I can shout something about Steve.
Okay, just getting the dirt up on him, the TMZ. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you can, that would definitely be a risky consorting check.
Well, I've only got the one in consort, so it's going to be what it's going to be.
Well, you're digging up the gossip.
Hey, I at least pulled a success.
All right. You find out that he has been seeing another guy. Let's see here. He's been seeing this other guy named Ring. But Ring used to be dating Orlan, and but Orlan went out hunting leviathans, but has just come back. And apparently, he's really worried that Ring's going to go back to Orlan because so that's the name of the other person is Orlan. However, as you're doing that, someone's like, "You fucking idiot! That's one of the blind eyes! Oh shit!" And they take out a pistol and shoot you. So if you want to spend a load for armor, that'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, all right. Done and done.
All right, so you get shot. Fortunately, your armor holds, and you run the fuck away. As everyone was quite surprised by the turn of events, and they were not able to chase after you because it was in a public street, and there were blue coats nearby. So, but yeah, it was a bit stressful, but yeah, you have the advantage. You can use that to get additional effect. So you yell out that name, that will still distract him. So it will not give Flake more bonus dice, but it will increase his effect of any success he gets.
All
right. So Flake and Audra and Vimes are yelling to psych out Darrett, and Flake just goes in with a flying elbow. Classic move. Go ahead and roll. Definitely risky.
Well, I got crazy assists, and I burned stress. So let's see.
Yeah.
2 6s.
Damn, it's a critical. All right. So what happens is that Salvage throws fireworks into the crowd, which in a crowded warehouse is not the best idea. So, but
it really wasn't.
Yeah. But the crowd starts barreling forward. But basically, Vimes and Audra yell out almost one right after the other. The names, secrets and names of Darrett. Darrett's personal secrets are being revealed. He is just stunned. And then the flying elbow smashes him in the face. And then the crowd just pours into the ring. The fight, you cannot continue the fight as everyone is running. Everyone is just getting trampled. Salvage, you'll need to make a finesse check. Risky to not get trampled yourself because you're in the heart of it. But because you got a critical, you fucking knocked him out with that one flying elbow. So it was just perfectly executed.
So then I just stand there confused as people swarm into the ring.
Yeah, they're just falling over themselves. They think someone's been shot. They don't know what the fuck's going on. It's risky, Salvage, finesse.
Okay. Actually, stupid question. Are there any kind of support beams or pillars next to the ring?
Do you want to put more fireworks on them?
No.
One firework can solve another one.
Really, so much. This is not like a ring with turnbuckles. This is like just a space that's been cleared out.
And I'm talking about just the building. If there's like support beams in the middle of it too, that
no, not in the middle of it. This is a warehouse. Like it's like a big empty building.
Okay, no worries.
There's support beams in near the ceiling, but not
going down. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure if there was, because if they were, I was going to try to use some climbing gear maybe to get above the crowd. So
nope.
But all right, I'll just roll my finesse and probably take damage.
Yep. Probably.
Yep. Taking a little damage at least. So
all right, you take a light wound, or you can use your armor. Mark off your armor to ignore that. I think everybody has.
Does
he have armor?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep, I'll just mark off an armor. So.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, you get kicked in the ribs several times and bruised about, but fortunately your armor holds. And you've won the fight. You managed to get 6 coins as a payout. You get an additional rep over that. And let's see here. Downtime. Back to we're already at downtime again.
Definitely going to burn one of my downtime actions to get this damn kid ghost out of here.
So yeah, you get 3 rep. So yeah, with that, actually you get 4 rep because the grinders were higher tier than you. So yeah,
Cool.
So that will put you at
coins.
10. That'll put you at 10 rep. Sorry, what?
Can I have 2 of the 6 coins we made, and then Bill gets the other 2 because we spend our money?
Yeah, you can spend them however you want. Yeah,
I spent a coin too.
So Baz gets 1, and 1 goes in the pot.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see, 7 coins in the crew treasury. All right. Let's see here. Your heat didn't change, because it was all confined to the warehouse. Didn't really.
Unfortunately, there was not heat in the warehouse, even though there nearly was.
If you'd rolled an outright failure, it would have been. It would really funny.
Hey, I had my bets. We're fine.
Did you?
I did.
So
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
for
Hedging your bets involves betting less. Just not winning a bet you made.
In this case, it was in this case it was getting more dice, so I could hopefully ensure that we would not just have an abject failure.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Audra. Did you have a question?
No worries. But I think 4 rep fills our rep ticks.
Yep.
If I'm reading. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You will advance your crew. So the crew. All right, crew upgrades. Actually, let's do your downtimes first, and then I'll pause the recording so we can do the upgrade, and then we'll come right. So downtimes. We'll just do this per player. You each have 2 downtimes. Audra, you know what your downtimes are going to be?
Did you say me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1 is going to be de-haunt the grotto, and then 2 will be stress.
Okay. All right. So I will say, yeah, that's going to be a long-term project. I will say it doesn't say like how many clocks a long-term should have. That's not going to be too bad. I would say it's going to be 4 to get rid of the ghost child.
Okay.
So go ahead, roll a tune.
Yep. Just down in the basement, just giving it the wolf treatment, just like go home. Go home.
Go on.
6.
Okay. So that's 3 segments. It's almost gone, but it's not quite there, so it'll still be haunting you when you begin your next score. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
then
got some stress. So
yep. So go ahead and roll your attribute check, your lowest 1, clear stress equal to the highest 1. Let me know if you overindulge.
do not overindulge. I took a lot of stress today.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Flake, what are you doing for your downtime?
I will relieve stress, I guess.
Mhm.
How do you do that? Just 1d6?
It's your lowest attribute, prowess, insight, or resolve. So if you look at your character sheet, see all the attributes that are on the actions that are on the left side of the little line. Add
My
those
lowest
up.
is 0.
Well, then just roll 1d6.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Did you
had
overindulge?
exactly 6.
Okay. Well, never mind. Yeah. Good job. All right. So what do you want to do?
The other things you can do?
You can train. You can reduce heat. You can recover a long-term project or acquire an asset. Assets are temporary, but they'd be like a special item, a cohort, a vehicle, or a service.
I'll train prowess.
All right. You get 2 XP on prowess.
Is that with the crew?
Yep. That's because of the crew upgrade.
All right. I'm done.
Okay. Vimes.
Yep, gonna reduce stress.
Okay.
And on a 5, I overindulge by 1.
Awesome. You can select it. You can attract trouble, brag, get lost, or tapped. You have to find a new source for your vice. If you pick tapped.
I think tapped actually sounds fun. Like,
Okay, so what was your vice?
My vice was luxuries, tapestries, and clothing in the weaving style of my homeland. And it's not that my supplier has actually run out; it's that my tastes have gotten essentially, I just frustrate them out of dealing with me.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to do for your second one?
Sounds like I probably need to acquire an asset.
Yeah, you do. You probably want to get a new purveyor of vice.
Yeah, damnedest thing.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll your cruise tier, which is 0. So I'll just roll 1. And that will be the... All right, 2. All right. It's a tier -1. So it's all right. You basically find the equivalent of IKEA. Yeah, it's
okay.
not
It's time for me to work with my hands.
Yeah.
Nobody else can provide what I need.
Yeah.
Also, huge slight on IKEA.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, this is more like Hobby Lobby, I guess. I don't know.
Bring me back some meatballs.
Yeah. So you'll probably have to spend more time finding a better vice purveyor, but that'll do at least for your next one vice indulgence. Let's see, who's left? Salvage.
Okay. Definitely gonna go ahead and indulge first to get my stress down.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's 3 stealth or 3 stress.
I'm still pretty stressed out over a lot of things, so let's see if it's let's see, because I was hoping that was going to be more, but that, and we don't have any heat on us right now, do we?
You have 1 heat.
1 heat, okay.
You can go to you can't just fucking double dip in vice.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I was looking into, just the possibility of it. So, yeah, we'll give it one more try. Let's see what overindulging it. Hopefully that's not going to happen, but we'll see.
All right.
And I didn't. So, all right.
All right. Just getting high on ancient artifacts and weird mystery shit.
Yeah. Hey, got to figure out why that artifact is talking to me, because I want to make my own talking artifacts and promote them.
So the crew has gained enough experience that they have upgraded the crew by adding a vault and quarter, so they now have a place to sleep and a vault to put all their money. So good job. And when they upgrade, but they don't have quite enough rep and coin to raise their tier. But they'll be able to do that, hopefully, with the next one. So your ongoing string of successes has led you to a meeting with the Deathland Scavengers. They want to know if you're willing to do a bit of work for them, to smuggle something into the city. So Richter wants to meet with you. So he can get into the city on his own, but, do you want to meet him at your lair? Do you want to meet him someplace in public?
Probably someplace in public, because I've noted lair not quite secure yet.
Fair. All right.
Is there any someplace possibly neutral-ish, if we even have
how
access
about the
to
Hooded Fox? That's a good one. It's a public house. Lots of people meet there, so you can meet at the Hooded Fox. So you meet him there. Let's see here. I assume Vimes and Salty are going. Anyone else going to be going in particular? Well, you guys can just be lingering around because it's pretty important. So Richter is there. He is a tall, gaunt man. He spends a lot of time out in the Deathlands. So, and he's one of the few people who seems to be able to go around the ghost walls basically at will. They don't seem to bother him that much. You don't know how he gets around them, but yeah, he well, I want to congratulate you all on your success. I heard you beat Derrit. You rung Derrit's bell. And I don't like those grinders. Not many people here do. But you've also put the foghounds a bit back, and we need someone to take their place with some of the work that we have. We can find things out of the wall, but we need someone to bring them in. And your crew seems like you're eager to do that. Am I wrong? He looks at Salty.
Yeah, we're more than capable of doing whatever you need done as long as the pay is good.
The pay is good. I'll pay you, 10 coin, if you can pull this off, because it'll be worth a lot more to us. But it'll be a bit tricky because there's a bit of timing involved in this. You see, we found the goat not too long ago, and we want to bring it back in. So all of you you all probably know the goat. So the goat is the trophy that is won in a sport that is unique to Duskfall. The 4 working class neighborhoods of Duskfall every year compete in what they call honorable football, but most people just call it the game. And it's 30 men on a side, 30 warriors on a side. No weapons are allowed. They throw a ball in, and they try and get goals by ringing it to the other side of the field. You cannot team up against another player. You cannot kick them in the head or kick them while they're down. But other than that, anything's legal, and it lasts for an hour.
It's like extremer rugby.
Yeah, it's mostly a lot of fighting and kicking and maiming. That's why there's a reason they only run like it's a tournament with 4 teams, so it's like semifinals, then the finals, and there's
survivors.
Yeah, basically.
This is the historical antecedent of rugby. Like, research again. Also, a late stage Terry Pratchett book.
Yeah. So, in order to be eligible to compete, you had to have been born in the neighborhood or had a relative who died in the neighborhood. The thing is, whatever team wins, their neighborhood, their district gets the goat. The goat is a statue founded in ancient ruins long ago. It's supposedly a statue from some forgotten pagan cult. But there's so many legends and rumors and stories about the goat that most people swear it's haunted or cursed or blessed. The only thing that is known is it is definitely a cult in some way because it seems to be indestructible. People have tried to break it apart, thrown it from tall buildings, hit it with sledgehammers, poured acid on it, all kinds of things. Many people swear if you're alone with the goat, it becomes a real goat. Sometimes it's supposed to move on its own. Sometimes it's supposed to prophesize ancient dooms or terrible dooms on those who are carrying it. But a few years ago, persons unknown stole the goat and threw it into the sea to get rid of it. But apparently, this is not the first time it's actually been people have tried to get rid of it. But the Deathland Scavengers brought it back, and obviously, there's a lot of betting that goes on for the game, and there's a lot of honor. There's a lot of pride in being the team that has the goat, because again, they believe it's blessed. It protects the district from terrible evil in some way, and it's great bragging rights. But many people believe the city institutions hate the goat and want to get rid of it. So, bringing that in is going to make you a lightning rod for. Well, all kinds of people are wanting to get the goat, throw the goat back out into the ocean, or steal it away from themselves. So it's going to be trouble. But so Richter continues. You see, after all of you actually, how do each of you react? Do you just on an emotional level? Flake, how do you react when you hear that the goat has been found?
Confused. It doesn't sound like anything worth competing or fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Flake doesn't really understand the idea of recreational sports. He doesn't understand the idea that, like, you could have so much energy after the exhaustion that is existence that you could, like, want to go out and beat somebody up for a goat that tells you dark futures and won't let you sleep. He can't wrap his head around it.
All right. Fair. Salvage, what about you?
I am becoming incredibly excited because my grandfather competed in this, and my enthusiasm borders on that to the level of whichever, I'll just say Manchester United, because that's at least the football team that I can think about. So yeah, this...
Well, it's the four poorest neighbor districts. Char Hollow, Barrowcliff, Dunslow, and Crowsfoot are the traditional teams.
So, and Crowsfoot is where I followed throughout my entire life. So I'm going... The fact that we could bring this home would be a massive win for the sport or the game.
The game, right? Yeah. Honorable football, although it's anything but honorable.
You just had to say Manchester United, didn't you?
That's the literal only football team I could think of at the moment. So
I can't even think of Arsenal.
Like Arsenal would.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Tottenham.
I think everyone else's reaction is that they're all rooting for different neighborhoods to win this fucking game.
Actually,
sounds like all of you are psyched, but all hate each other because you're different sports teams.
All right, so Vimes, how are you reacting?
I'm sort of nonplussed about it because I am a Rubian and we play Krieg like, civilized people.
All right, fair. Let's see, Salty, any reaction?
Honestly, Salty doesn't really care. He just wants to make money off the thing.
Okay. And Audra, do you have any? Of course, you're probably wearing the mask, so people can't really see it. But how are you feeling about this?
Oh, I don't really care. There are plenty of ways to talk to ghosts all night and not get any sleep that don't involve getting sweaty and gross.
All right, fair enough. So Richter explains we've already given proof that we have the goat to the district, the team leader, so they know that we have it. But there's the Bluecoats have made it known that if they find out where the goat is, they're going to take it. So we have to, but the crowds need to see it, otherwise they won't think that the game is going to be real. So here's the deal: you have to bring it in. We it's outside the city walls, obviously. You'll have to bring it in because they're watching us too carefully. You're not known to them yet, so it'll give you an advantage. Although I think they might. Rumors are intense. Since we had to tell the team leaders so they could prepare and get their teams ready, I'm sure that Bluecoats know that the goat's coming, so they'll be looking for it. Once you get past the city, you have to bring it to the arena at the start of the match. But then you have to hide it until the match is over and then give it to the winning team. And the job's only complete when you give it to the winning team. So that's the bit of timing. So you have to keep it safe for that hour. Now you can take it away. You can hide it somewhere. You can put it in a secure lockhouse. But you have to show them the real goat on the field at the start of the match, and then give it to the team, winning team at the end. After that, it's all on them because once it touches their hands, they're responsible for it. But there's 10 coin in for you, and if you prove yourself with this dangerous job, there's a good line of work for you that we can set up. But we need to know that you can stand things if they get a little hot. Anyone can do an easy job, but you never know when an easy job turns sour. So Salty, what do you say?
It's fine with me. It's just holding on to a trophy for an hour.
Yes, that is the trick of it, isn't it? You'll have a few weeks to set this up, and we'll the exact arena. It'll be held somewhere in Crow's Foot. But you'll have time to set up your own safe house for it for the hour. And or figure out what other arrangements you want. But yes, if you accept the job, meet me at, let's see here. Meet me at the Keel House outside in the Ghost District 3 nights from now, and I'll take you to where the goat is. I'll show you where the goat is, and then you can figure out how you're going to transport it. It's a safe. It's in a safe spot right now. But we can in 3 days. I'll tell you where it is outside the walls, and then you can figure out your own route. So
Sounds good.
I'll leave it to you. So yeah. So you have an idea of what the job will be, what kind of opposition you'll be facing. At a minimum, the blue coats. But certainly the other teams are probably. It's not a teams. There historically, it's been known that other teams have tried to steal the goat during matches, or some chicanery. Because again, it all comes down to honor and pride, and whatever all is fair. Yeah, in the game. So, you can all gather information. You can all try and figure out how you want to do this, or try and figure out how you're going to hold on to it while the game is being played.
Are there records of the goat?
There sure are.
Pictures and artistic depictions and shit?
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty actually well-known artifact. Like, it's been passed around among the different districts for decades, so there have been plenty of articles and things written about it. So anybody with a study roll can pick up some information, but you can get a picture. There are various drawings of the goats you can just get. So if you want to create a forgery or something like that, that would be pretty easy to get reference images. Okay. But it's goat-sized, and it seems to be made out of some dark metal. If you would make a study roll controlled, you can learn additional secrets like prominent stories about it, reoccurring themes.
I didn't have it. I was just thinking aloud. Sorry.
Yeah.
People can go. Yeah.
I mean, I'll bite that lead.
Okay. Go ahead.
We want to research different things. Do we have to make different rolls, or can we all assist one roll and then?
Yeah, you could all assist. I mean, that costs stress, okay. But yeah.
Yeah. I'll assist because I'm just curious about its what's written about its ghost behavior.
Yep. And I can go ahead. I'll add an assist on there as well, since I would like to know its base history and what it might be made out of.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's 3D. And a 5, 5, and a 6.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Very good. So with a full success, here's some reoccurring themes. One, if you look away from the goat and you're alone with it, it tends to become a real goat and moves around. It is known to eat people's meals. It has also been known to do mischief, eating ropes on a ship, or knocking over lanterns to set things on fire. It is not diabolical evil, but it's definitely an asshole. If you could ascribe some sort of personality to it, but if you're directly observing it, it'll stay a statue. No exorcism ritual or anything has ever been known to work on it. It is as indestructible as anybody can find. It has an uncanny sense of being found. People just find it on shore if it's been thrown into the sea. It seems even Leviathan. It has some sort of property that makes it repellent to demons. So demons don't want to do anything with it. So that seems to be a blessing. It also seemingly the goat acts in odd ways, especially whenever you let your guard down. People have interpreted its odd messages or actions, not direct messages, to be like, oh, well, it keeps eating my belt buckles. Oh, wait, my knife has been tampered with, so it won't work. So I would die if I ever fought with it. Oh, someone's trying to betray me. But sometimes it helps you, sometimes it's an asshole to you. It's very volatile. Any attempt to, numerous scholars have tried to study it, and it seems all they can conclude is that it comes from an ancient and obviously now ruined, haunted part of the world, part of some ancient religion. Perhaps it was a temple god or a statue of a god, and imbued with some sort of magic now since forgotten. Part of the ancient world, pre-cataclysm world, but it's a goat. By the way, goats are relatively common animals in Duskfall. They're more for the upper class, the goat cheese and goat meat, but you've certainly all seen goats. They do well in Duskwall. But that's the general sense of it. The safety tips are always be observing it. Never take anything for granted. But it will never try to kill you directly. It will just make your life miserable unless you please entertain it somehow. So people who are there are a couple stories of people who've told it jokes or sung songs to it like constantly and tried to entertain it, and they seem to have gotten less torment. The other solution is just have people watching it around the clock. But that's kind of hard to do as well.
We can just put our lackeys on it on like shifts.
Yep.
Doesn't one have a broken leg? He's not doing anything.
He's healing up. He hobbled around during the fight.
He can hang out with a goat.
If you're on goat duty.
Yep.
It's literally the perfect job for
Stradler.
Yeah. So that's the basic stuff you know about the goat. You could try to summon a ghost that would know something about it, like a ghost of a person who interacted with directly, or contact, or you probably don't want to mess with demons yet. Demons are real bad and scary. But yeah. That's the basic thing about the goat. But you got to get it through a bluecade. Blue coats are looking for it for sure. And then you got to protect it during the game somehow. So, do you just want to fast forward to the meeting with Richter? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, I have ideas, but I don't want to be pushy. Other people can do it.
All right. So 3 days later, you've gone through your secret routes and your underground passages to get around the ghost wall. And Richter meets you in the Keel house outside in the Ghost District. And thanks to Audra's talents, you don't have to worry about ghosts right now, at least. So you are able to ward them off. But yeah, they have there's a cellar that's been turned into a safe house for the scavengers. And they have like 9 people there, and it looks like they're taking turns watching the goat. So, he tells you, Richter takes you aside and says, unfortunately, I planted a false message among my crew saying we were going to move it ourselves and take a certain route. And later on, I sent a scout to check out that route, and there was a swarm of blue coats waiting. So I don't know. One of our people is an informer, but I'm not sure who, and I don't know what they've told them. But the blue coats are definitely know that someone will be transporting it pretty soon. So I don't know.
What are our options for smuggling?
We have a boat, right?
Yeah, you do have a boat. Mm-hmm. So
we have secret passages.
Yeah, so to get to the Crow's Foot, you just actually look at the map, because there is a map. Where is that? Here it is. Page 254. You're sort of on the northeast part of it, and Crow's Foot is sort of in the middle. So the fastest way is to use the boat. once you get past the ghost wall, which is not, you won't really have to worry too hard about that. You just have to navigate through the harbor, the channel, and the unfortunately there are going to be blue coats on patrol all throughout there. So you have to get it through the city itself. So you could take it on the land too, but your boat is going to certainly be faster. But
we could pretend to be a fishing boat.
Yeah, you could.
And just bury it and fish.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that break line of sight?
It would.
Hey, I'll play the snack on.
Uncovered.
Wait, he knows that one person in there is the mole?
Well, I mean, he leaked a message to those 9 people, and then Bluecoats were waiting at that route. So that's his deduction.
The same message to all 9 people.
Yeah, but he only told those 9. He was trying to weed it down to those 9.
And they're all in the room with the goat, right?
Well, they're taking shifts.
Okay.
There's always at least 2 watching the goat, but the cellar's sort of divided up. So there's a private sleep area, so they all don't go insane just by being in the same room with a goat for weeks.
If you find the mole and turn them, you can send the cops wherever you want. Then you don't have to worry about dodging the cops because they're on the complete opposite side of town of you because you turned the mole.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Also,
if you can find 9 people, it's a rat. You make them squeal about something that's not happening, and then you waltz in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be a way of solving this, is if you figure out who the rat is.
Well, Flake's of the opinion that we should begin torturing 9 people, but that's just that's how Flake do. Yeah. So
that's not a bad idea, Flake.
That's what Flake says. Just torture them until you find mole. Then we make him.
Well, it's not a great idea either.
Yeah, it's one of those okay ideas.
There's only so much torture you can do before it just kind of backfires on you.
I don't get to choke shoot medicine man. You ignore torture ideas? Fine. Flake, do whatever. You do what you want. Flake's fine. Flake, tell me when you need Flake.
I promise you can torture someone this time, okay? We'll find someone for you to torture.
Come on, cheer up, Bunky.
How about 2 people?
Enough. You do your plans.
Oh.
You can torture all of them if you want to. Afterwards.
Anyway, yeah, that was Flake's plan. Ignore me. Do other stuff.
Yeah, that would, of course, figuring out who the mole is that also would limit how much time you have to set up your safe house before the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry, I've got a plan around that. I would like, since we had, never mind, we wouldn't have known that yet.
Okay. I mean, the fishing smuggling thing would be fine. Too. It's just a matter of what your approach is. Either plan so far is going to be as risky as the other. Yeah. In terms of game mechanics, you don't have to worry about that. It's what do you guys want to do? Figure out who the mole is, or smuggle the goat with a fish in the pile of dead fish.
Yeah. Oh, hey, while we're at it, we should use this as an opportunity though to do a let's you and him fight. Who do we not like right now?
We don't like
Rock.
We don't like fog hats.
Yeah, the fog hounds and the grinders are your enemies.
Foghorns.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to feed the rest of the scavengers out here the line that we are taking it to one of their strongholds. So whenever the Bluecoat raid comes down, it's not on,
Okay. Send them off to just raid some random gang.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
just false flag them and.
Well, the problem with that is
them.
Well, the thing is, why would anyone believe that? They all it's public knowledge that you guys are feuding or at war with the Foghounds.
Oh, it's public knowledge to the scavengers who live out here beyond the giant electrical ghost wall.
Yeah, they get shit in there too. Richter met you inside the city walls. They do get news from the outside world.
Okay, But they don't know the address of our hideout, so we just give them the Fog Hat's address.
So just give them Wrigley Field and let them go after them.
I mean, that would be, you could try. That's certainly daring. It's also against a higher tier organization. So you're at 1 die right now. It's not exploiting any weakness. Let's see here. They're not particularly known for being weak or strong at that. So, yeah, I don't think I'll just roll the engagement roll then. 1. All right, this is desperate for your first roll on this plan. So that would be probably sowing that information to the 9 people, and that's sort of like spending the night there and sort of talking to them and kind of like subtly, hinting, putting out conversational lures to try and draw them in there. So that would probably be sway or consort. Probably consort to sort of spread the misinformation. So who wants to do that?
I mean, I'll probably take it.
Okay.
All right. I forget, Salty, where your dots line up on the resolve stuff.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. What'd you say?
Do you have more in what do you have more in social attributes? Resolve.
I have 2 in consort.
Okay.
You should probably do it then.
I will do it.
All right. Probably, yeah. It's desperate.
So I still roll my full 2 though, right?
Yeah. It's just the consequences of failing or getting anything less than a full success.
And it costs 1 stress to add another die, or 2 stress?
2 for yourself.
2 for you, but I'll kick in there.
Okay, so you get 2 dice.
All right.
One for you and 1 from Vimes over there. So probably at 4.
2 6s.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Nice.
All right. So, the blockade is not. So you do get an XP for a desperate roll, by the way. So mark that. So, all right. So, yeah, there is a full blockade. They have put a big thing that they're looking for occult contraband in every ship. That every officer is able to, every blue coat is on the patrol looking for this. Every blue coat is looking for you all. However, they're concentrating their search in the fog hounds territory, not yours. So you will still have to dodge ships, but they are not focused on you. So there is a narrow route to go through. There are openings in there. So yeah, very good. Actually, as your other advantage, you realize you word them differently, subtly enough that you know who the informant is. A greasy little fellow by the name of it goes by the nickname of Needle. So you can tell Richter that later on. But yeah. So you get by the initial blockade thanks to your cunning plan, but you will still have to navigate the heart of the city itself. So you're on your ship. You have the goat below decks. It is being stared at by your 2 crewmen. The rest of you are piloting the ship. Your ship is already made up to look like a fishing vessel because, hey, that's really common and easily missed. So, yeah, who's going to pilot the ship? That'd probably be, I have a lot of different roles here. You could survey to figure out a safe route. You could finesse to just kind of Assassin's Creed, but on boats, just like sort of pilot the ship around larger ships to avoid the blue coats line of sight.
Can I tinker to see if I can increase our speed at all?
You could.
Yep.
That would be risky.
Okay. I can do that too.
What is the method of propulsion of our ship to begin with? Because I really want to know what he's tinkering. Like,
Yeah.
if
It's a steam vessel, of course, powered by
Okay.
ectoplasm, like most things. Because hey, that's how it works in this world.
I was really hoping it was actually for no discernible reason a fishing galley, and this was going to end up as, "Hey, buddy, you want to drink this?"
It'll make you go faster.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Yeah. So I can see if I can maybe it's like a tune. That's like I'll tune the engine and/or see if there's an additive I can add to the the current ectoplasmic mix to get a better. Get a higher steam yield from it. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Standard risky roll.
Okay. And I am going to go ahead and put in my fine tinkering tools for that to make sure.
Well, that just gives you the effect. It doesn't give you a bonus die.
Oh, it doesn't give the effect? Okay.
Nope, we were doing that wrong. Tools don't give you a bonus die. They increase your effect of a success.
Oh, the effect of the effects. Okay, so I'll go ahead and
in
do
this
that as
case,
well.
it lets you make it possible. Like normally, one person working with by hand would not be able to do this. With the tools, you're able to do it. Like
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and push myself though, so to take that to a 3 dice then.
Sure.
And does anybody want to assist me to give me any bonuses?
I'm
Sure,
pretty
I
tapped
know it.
on stress. I can't help.
I just need to.
tap in.
I literally just need to you to hand me a Samoflange. That's all I need. So
No, I'm not doing that, but I know a thing or two about Ecto.
okay. So all right. So 4d6 then.
I get if Audra's
Alright.
helping you as well.
Okay. I literally need you to speak to the fuel. That's all I need you to do. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm the fuel whisperer.
Okay.
oh, of course.
All right. And we're
What
back
did
to
you
the
do, Aaron.
yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Aaron broke it. Let's double check. Yep. Go ahead and roll on Google. Just type Google roll 46.
All right. Do I literally just type roll 46?
You can even just type just 46, and it'll just roll.
Okay.
It depends. Some numbers it actually returns results for. Like 2d6 gives you something weird.
Oh, it
All
does.
right. Yeah, that's not good. So,
What was your highest single number?
3. Although, could I push for the devil's bargain, or was that? Oh,
Nope.
I forgot.
That was
Devil's Bargain?
before.
Okay.
No, that was before, and that would have been in place of stressing yourself out.
All right. Well, sorry.
Awesome. So you gain 2 heat as your engine explodes, and
That's what they mean by heat.
well, I would say, well, okay, yeah, we'll deal with this later. Oh, no, it's just slightly
That's
delayed.
really
But
came back.
Oh wait, can I take my original one then? Fuck that. That's
Nope.
bullshit.
nope, sorry.
No, there's no bullshit.
Yeah, the goat is already working its magic. The mischief has begun. So yeah, your engine dies, and it causes a very loud sound, causing a blue coat patrol ship to start going towards you. So you can
Right.
try and fix the engine really quickly with a desperate roll, or you can.
I'm on it.
Okay.
I am scribbling up a shipping manifest.
Mhm.
And like I just
Don't you have documents as one of your?
I
items?
do. That's
Okay.
what I'm tapping in on.
right.
Is there a rope on the deck?
There sure
Okay.
is.
And the police boat's not near us yet, right?
They're waving at you. They're like, "What's going on? You're blocking the lane. We're going to inspect your ship. We have orders to inspect all ships."
Can I tie the goat to the ship and then throw the goat overboard where they can't see it?
Yeah.
Anchor us with the goat, but
Yeah.
on a
Who's
rope
going
so
with
we
it
can
to
get it
watch?
back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they can they can search the ship. We don't have anything to hide. Yeah.
All right. You pick up the goat, Flake, and you put your hand on its mouth, and suddenly you just feel an intense pain in your hand, and you look back, and there's just like blood coming from your hand. You take a lesser wound. But there's a bit of blood on the goat.
Hey, now would be a good time to actually do a resistance roll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could do a resistance roll. So go ahead and thank you for reminding about those. Roll your prowess.
So that's the things on the left of the line, right?
Yep.
All right.
I knew I'd remember that sooner or later. Thanks, Bill.
And by you mean Bill. Yep. 5. Yeah.
Okay.
5.
All right. You just take a stress instead of a wound.
Okay.
A harm. So it pinches.
Cheeky fucking good. I throw it in the ocean.
Well, you're in the city right now. But yeah, you throw it in the channel.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you going in after it to keep your eyes on it?
No, I tied a rope to it. That was the whole premise.
Yeah. There's not historical precedent for that being a problem.
Look,
Hey, Salvage, you got any ways to...
All right, I'm trying to make good.
All right, Vimes.
Now Salvage's chance to make good. You got a way to keep yourself breathing underwater and keep your eyes open because you got to go watch that fucking thing.
Let's see what I can.
You have until I can count to 5 to get yourself in there, or you're going in. Isn't that right, Flake? 1.
That's like not helpful in this case. So
2.
let me take a look here.
Better listen to the man.
So let me see on that. I don't know if there's a simple gadget that I could put in here. Let me take a look at the alchemical things.
Actually, as you two are yelling Waldorf, because he's so low, he's like, I can't see you two fighting. He jumps in the water. So
That's well,
Mommy and Daddy are having a discussion.
Jesus. His cast.
Nope. No, he's hobbling around. He got his cast cut off. He's fine. Water, being in a channel like that and holding onto a rope's good for it, right?
Yeah, that's therapeutic.
All right, so a couple things are happening at once. One, the blue coat patrol is getting closer. They're one of the guys is at the end of their boat, looking ready to throw a grappling hook onto your ship to tie on. They look bored. They don't seem particularly alerted. And the engine is broken. Salvage, you can decide whether you want to fix it fast or fix it at a standard pace, i.e. do you want to make a desperate or a risky roll?
Okay.
Or,
Go ahead.
And let's see here. And Waldorf jumped into the water to watch the goat while it was underwater. So he is holding onto the rope, sticking his head up, then sticking it back down. So even he's not able to watch it 100% because, he still has to breathe. And the water is very dark, so it's hard for him to look down there. But he's trying his best.
If it turns into underwater, what's it going to do? Goats aren't known for being good underwater.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
What if we kill the statue?
Yeah.
It already got thrown in the fucking ocean. That's where it got recovered from. It's fine. It'll be okay.
All right. Well, you can try and... Well, I'll just go with each player signing up. So, Audra, do you know what you're going to be doing? Or you just want to wait for other players to act first?
Yeah, if other people need help, I don't have anything I'm specifically doing.
Okay. Salty, do you know what you want to do? Or are you going to wait for other players to act first?
I'm kind of not much I can do here.
Okay. Let's see here. Vimes, are you going to go talk to the blue coats, or are you going to do something else?
Yeah, I'm going to scribble up like whatever passes for a ship or a fishing, assignment
fishing permit
sheet. Yeah, fishing permit.
Sure.
And just tell them how hard it is to get good help while staring daggers at Salvage. I promise I don't actually mean it. It's an act. It's totally an act.
I would say this is more command to like, this is the official and you should believe me and go away, please.
Cool. I've got nothing in that.
I mean, well, I don't know. I guess command is more ordering people around from
yeah, just go. Yeah, just go away.
Yeah, but it's definitely risky.
Anybody who is standing around for a help want to toss in with that? That'd be great.
I'll help. Flake throws in by looking like a menacing dock worker.
because
Well, these are blue coats. They aren't really easily intimidated because they're pretty violent and thuggish too.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
my
no,
stress did nothing. It didn't even add a die. Okay.
No, it does add a die, but they're not unduly intimidated by it. There's one of these assholes. Yeah. So go ahead and roll with
All right.
+1. Yeah. Oh, do you want to take a devil's bargain?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right.
Okay, it doesn't look like that's going to happen quickly, so I'm going to go to Google.
Yep. Yeah, there was a minute delay between rolling last time. It seems to do this about 2 hours in. Hour and a half. Something
Sure,
like that. All right.
I trust you, Bill. You don't have to scream.
No, I appreciate it. All right, yeah.
Look, we've all gamed with Tom Church.
I appreciate the commitment. So what they say is like, all right, we have to inspect your ship. It's part of it, but we'll just be in and out. And then just we can pull you off to the side so you can tie onto the here so you're not in the way of the middle of the lane. But yeah, we have orders. If we don't inspect every ship, we'll catch hell. So they're actually kind of apologetic about it, but
Yeah,
so they
because
do.
they see what.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, no.
All right.
just don't check the fish hold for the ghost drugs we got.
Yeah, they kind of chuckle and are start walking through the ship lazily, kind of poking through things. They're pretty bored, not suspicious at all. So, meanwhile, Salvage, you gonna be fixing that engine?
I'm trying for a desperate roll to see if I can at least get us up to limping.
Yeah, well, you can. Desperate roll means you're doing it very fast.
Okay.
You can do a risky roll, which means it's more like it'll take you longer, but like you won't be finished until they're already finished with their. You won't be done repairing until they're done with their inspection.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
you'll be helpless until they leave. They choose to leave, but like after they're done with their inspection, you'll be fixed. So that's the difference.
I will try to make this desperate though, just to see if I can at least get it up and running during that time.
If you fuck this again, if you don't get at least a partial success on this, your engine is irrevocably broken.
Okay.
Like, you will have to get a new ship.
Okay. Is there anybody else on the bottom who can give me a hand?
I don't know why we're taking the extra risk of the desperate roll. We don't.
Also, yes.
Okay. If you want me to, just for the general risky, I can too. But if we can get it on top, just in case they decide to find something, because I'm more concerned if they find Walter.
They're already alongside us too. So even if we could move, it would just make things worse if we did.
Okay. So, all right, then that's fine. I'll go ahead and then I'll do the risky roll instead, but I will add an extra dice for stress. So.
And I will help.
Okay. All right. I'll roll 4 then. Cool. And Bill, you said you're helping too?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll roll 5.
What the fuck is a Samophalange?
Bill, you actually reminded me. That's something I do need on the soundboard. I need that.
Anyways, please roll the dice.
We're talking about Samophalanges here. No. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, here we go.
Let's see if it works. Nope. All right.
All right, I'm going to
Google.
Yep. Yeah. I would do my other dice, but they're in the car, so.
Yeah, it took 2 minutes now for it to get back to Bill. So, poor dice bot. I mean, it's free. I guess I shouldn't be too angry.
All right, excellent. So, got 2 6s. 1 second. Okay.
All right, so it'll be fixed and back in perfect condition after you deal with the inspection.
Oh, sorry. I was using incense when I really needed to be using holy water. Sorry.
Sure. So the 2 blue coats pass over where your anchor, quote unquote, is, and then he's like, hey, did you see someone stick their head up there? What? No,
it was just a fish, just a really big fish.
It's just a really big fish?
Yeah, it was a goldfish, I think. See?
Oh.
which is
Chandler's
to
haunted.
say
Oh.
it was a gold fish. Right, gentlemen? I mean, I see gold right here, don't you?
Okay, you give him a coin.
I thought it was a golden koi.
How big is your bribe?
I mean, I'll start with one.
All right, this is risky. Go ahead and give me another sway check.
Anybody else want to get these bastards off of here?
I'll give you a stress for that. I'll help you.
And
You can't do anything. Salvage. You're fixing the engine.
Okay, so I was going to pass a coin there. Is what I was gonna...
You're fixing the engine.
All right, pulled a 5 out of that.
Okay. All right, so they leave, but the complication is later on they do write you up as being, they give a description of your ship and saying, check later for suspected smuggling, human trafficking. So you do gain a heat from that, but that'll be in a report later on. So you're fine for right now. Yeah.
That's pretty much the campaign slogan right there.
All right, we get to go back on board and we go.
Yeah, Waldorf, by the way, is not doing too great. He is he's shivering and panting and going to be pretty useless for a while. But the goat was watching him.
He's going to be a capo in the organization once we get more people. So,
oh yeah, seniority. Yeah. So you navigate back all the way to Crow's Foot. So the question is, what kind of hideout are you going to do to put it before the game, and then are you getting a separate hideout for the game, or are you just going to take it back to the original hideout? Probably just one hideout that you can reinforce. That makes more sense, I guess. Lower.
So so we need a place to put it before the game, and we need a place to hold it after we show it, right?
Yep.
Can I use rec?
Okay, if you can explain.
To survey architecture?
How
to destroy it?
Yeah, I mean, I would use rec to figure out weak points of things that you can destroy. That would be about as much as you can figure out from it.
Yes, the Samson Gambit.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a very large wooden building that would be somewhat isolated and would take a while to burn down.
Okay. I would say in Crow's Foot, there is such a place. You don't have to roll for that. There is. Well, there's this. The Strathmill House is a very large orphanage, but there was a. They had not too far from it a extension sort of workhouse where they were gutting fish. There were several accidents, and then somehow all the adults were fed into large grinders and butchered. So they shut it down. It's supposed to be very haunted, but they just kind of abandoned the building. It's wooden and it's damp, and people stay away from it.
Oh, it's wooden, it's damp, it's on the river?
Yeah.
Oh, damp won't work. Fuck.
Okay, well, what were the traits you were looking for?
I want something that can burn down, but it won't take the whole city with it.
Okay, something that burn down the whole city. Well, across from there was another workshop at the Strathmill Orphanage that was also abandoned, but this one's dry because it was a I don't know what's a dry workhouse.
Brick kiln.
Brick kiln. Yeah. But it's a wooden building with a brick kiln attached to it. So.
Oh, okay, that's perfect. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, the abusive master there was shoved into the brick kiln one night, and then it's also haunted. There's a lot of haunted buildings in this orphanage.
Yeah, they went to Devil's Orchard or whatever that Guillermo del Toro movie is. Devil's Backbone on that.
Yeah.
That same orphanage twice, huh?
Yeah, basically. Kind of a reoccurring motif in this.
Okay, anyway, we definitely make our stand at the abandoned brick place. I have an idea.
Okay.
So we should get it in. We should smuggle it in there, but then we have to take it out. But then we should definitely take it back to the same place.
Okay. All right. So, because this is how the game works, you don't have to make your planning now. You just do it during the game. So you take it there. The Bluecoats are heavy in Crow's Foot. There are foot patrols all over the place. They definitely know the game's going to be held here. But there are but on the day of the game, the streets just everyone, all the buildings empty out. Like the streets are just filled, and the Bluecoats cannot find a way. They're just everybody is there. But so the question is, how do you get it there? If you just publicly hold open the goat, the crowds will clear a path for you, but everyone will see where you've come from. So if you want to sneak it to the field, which is, we'll say a burned out foundation of a building that they've turned into into the honorable games, arena for this year. As 30 of Crowsfoot's warriors and 30 of, let's see here, what other district is it? Barrowcliff. It's Barrowcliff versus Crowsford. An old rivalry. We all know how much they hate each other. The story of the rivalry is legendary. And there's thousands in the gray and thousands in the different shade of gray. One shade of gray is for Barrowcliff and the other is for Crowsford. You better not be wearing the wrong shade of gray or just stand next to one of the soot factories too long, in which case your clothes might accidentally turn to the wrong shade of gray. Because everything turns to soot eventually here. So you can just publicly carry it through the streets, and the crowd will keep the Bluecoats off of you. The question is, the crowd's going to be focused on the game during the actual game, so they're not going to protect you there. You'll be on your own. So if you want to sneak it there, that's another question. So this was happening in advance. How do you want to sneak it there? You could go aerial, going rooftop to rooftop. You could find an underground route.
We have to sneak it to the field, or we can do that openly?
You can do that openly. It's just like people will see you come out of the brick kiln.
Oh no, there should be a different sneaking for when we get back.
Yeah. Okay. So
anyway, I have a plan, but I don't know if we want to do it. But
yeah,
do it. Say it.
All right. We take it to the field publicly, right? Mm-hmm. We take it back. We trust the crowd to protect us that far, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We get back, then we have messed with the brick kiln to where we could pass the goat through like the back of an oven or something like that secretively to hide it. Mm-hmm. But we very quickly do that when we get back to the brick kiln, and then we burn down the brick kiln so that when people come to steal the goat, we can just point back to the towering inferno of the former brick kiln and tell them to go get it, because it's the goat. It's immortal. It'll be fine.
But
then even if the Bluecoats surround it, we actually snuck it out the whole time. So
okay,
that's my double ruse. Arson basically is the plan.
Okay.
Fire is the best security system.
I like it. So you're carrying it through the streets of,
and it enables Aaron to make fireworks. They're vitally necessary for this plan to work.
All right.
I'm not dignifying that with a response.
Except for throwing fireworks, right? Because that's kind of your response. So,
all right. So, the day of the match comes. The crowds are everywhere. The cheering is as both districts have come. Both Barrowcliff and Crowsfoot are all here now in Crowsfoot, and the Bluecoats are trying to find it, but you kick open the doors of the kiln, the abandoned kiln, and there is the crowd sees the goat. I assume Flake is carrying it, or are you gonna get? Well, it's probably faster if a couple people carry it. So
I mean, if you want me to carry by myself, I totally will. But
Yeah, that's up to you. The crowd goes wild. It's the goat! The goat! It'll be the goat of Crow's Foot. No, Barrelcliff will have it, you bastards! We'll be free of demons for a year! No! You damned asshole! Fuck you! Okay, it just goes on like that. Several fights emerge. Bless me, goat! Let me touch the goat! I'll pay you! An old woman rushes you, holding a coin purse. Let me touch the goat!
Me?
Yeah, you're the one who
No.
said you're carrying the goat.
No.
Okay, you brush her aside. No!
The goat is sacred. You don't play favorites with the goat?
All right. As you're pushing through the crowd, all of you are with him. Obviously, is any? Let's see. Is anyone who has the best survey check? Survey action.
I have one.
Okay. Anybody have better than one?
I also have one, which
Okay.
is not better.
0.
All right.
We're not really what you'd call a heavy insight group. I think that should be clear by now.
Okay. In that case, Vimes, why don't you roll? Since you were a former Blue Coat, go ahead and roll survey.
All right. Salvage, you want to help with that?
This is controlled.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
I'll-
it's risky. It's actually definition risky. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put up one. That's rest
All
for
right.
you.
And anybody think of a way this could be devilish in its bargaininess?
Oh, I know a way.
Okay. Are you gonna do the Peyton thing and refuse to tell me until I've rolled?
Okay, if you take the devil's bargain, the people who have been hired to counter you in some way will make their presence known to you immediately.
I mean, that sounds like a bad thing and a good thing. So there's that. I'll take it. That'll be 3 dice.
Yep.
And I pulled a 5 out of that.
All right, so you see a man pushing his way through the crowd. You recognize him as Marrow. He's a duelist you thought had been sent to Ironhook Prison a while ago. You don't know why he's out. But he has a sword. He's trained in Aruvian arts of combat, so he's really good at slicing people up with that sword. And he's making a beeline for Flake. But then he sees you and hurries his action. So you don't have much time to interject. But yeah, you do know that he often worked with 2 others, Adric and Cross. Adric was a sniper, if you remember, and Adric was a sneak thief. But yeah, they'd all been they were part of they were a crew, and then they all got caught together. You thought they were all in prison. It's weird.
Okay. Well, I will communicate as much of that as quickly as I can to everyone who's nearby, mostly with an emphasis on Swordman coming this way. Also, probably Shootman somewhere where we do not see him.
Okay. So Marrow sees you, and sees you see him, and backs off. He disappears back into the crowd. But they're reasonable to think that they're in the area. So unless anybody's going to take action to chase after them or anything, but they're certainly a threat. So
I would actually like to start surveying because now I am paranoid of Snipe Man.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one more roll. This is also
all right, I will take some stress on myself to juice that a tiny bit. Tried to roll on Discord. That don't work. Hey, I got a 6 out of the deal.
Huzzah! Okay. You do see an open window in a nearby tenement house, and then the glint of light. A scope reflecting. Well, actually, there wouldn't be light. Sorry, I forgot how fucking dark Blades in the Dark is. Anyways, there's a little barrel sticking out a little bit. So yeah, you realize you can use the crowd as cover. Essentially, it looks like they're watching you, but they're not ready to act yet. And the sneak thief, you need a critical to find him because he's a sneak thief, but he is more of a scout for the group. So you're guessing they're watching you and waiting until the crowd turns its attention to the game. But you also can see that the blue coats are moving, so you need to keep moving. If you stop too long, the blue coats will come in force. But you already took that into account, so you're just stuck on the route. But you get to the field, the Bruin building, and there are two teams of big warriors, just the most dangerous, people you've seen. They look very scary, very muscled and scarred. Some have wraps on their hands, some don't. But there is an older man in a very elaborate courtier outfit. He's like, and so our honorable game will continue once again, thanks to Providence, bringing our blessed goat back to Duskwall. Ah, the goat. Yes. Which district will be honored, be blessed for a year by the goat? Whose family shall be safe from ravenous demons and ancient horrors? By the goat. Only the goat can tell, because the goat favors the winner always, and it has returned in our hour of need. Yeah. You're supposed to parade it around the field so everybody can see it. So they kind of want you to do that in a little jog, as people slap your butt as you start, it's like, hurry up, come on, we want to get the game started. So, yeah.
I am confusedly jogging around with a goat, I guess.
Yeah. Goat. They're all yelling, and now, when the game begins, when in 60 minutes we'll know who wins and who loses, and the goat will return to be given to the winners. Now let the game begin. And they throw this really tough leather ball in the middle of the field, and just there's blood and teeth start flying almost immediately, as the two teams just crash into each other. They're just, rolling around in the mud and dirt. Eyes are getting gouged. Bones are being broken. It's a whole thing. It's pretty compelling. You're all, you kind of like, oh, what happened to that guy? No, focus. So yeah, the crowd, there's still a huge crowd, but you're definitely less protected now. So, are you going to be running back to the kiln, or sneaking back?
Did Vimes let us know that we're being hunted?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
I would suggest stay close behind me. I just take the goat and start sprinting through the crowd, like running back style. Just hauling it back to that kiln just as fast as I can go.
All right, this is finesse. This will be a group action led by Flake. It's definitely risky. And the way group actions work is basically there's a whole thing for it in the book. I saw, and I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's basically like everybody rolls, and I want to get the rules right this time. Group action 97. All right. Nope, that is not it. Example of 139 leading. All right, teamwork. Here it is. Lead a group action. All right. Each PC who is involved makes an action roll using the same action, so everyone rolls finesse, and the team takes the single best roll as the overall effort for everyone who's rolled. However, the character leading the group takes one stress for each PC that rolls a 1 through 3 on their best result. So,
okay, I'm terrible at finesse. I was just planning to mow through them.
I guess you could use wreck, but then everyone's rolling wreck.
Yeah, I have one finesse. So.
Unless you guys want to not keep up with him. Like, I guess this doesn't have to be a group action if you're not running together as a tightly coordinated group. Yeah, if you're all, but if
I
you're,
don't know. We said stay with him.
yeah,
We could use skirmish to like run cover for him.
skirmish is more hand-to-hand fighting, or fighting, not. This is definitely finesse or right.
I can roll 1d6 in finesse, and if the way teamwork works, we can do that. It's fine.
Okay, so everyone roll finesse. If you've already rolled finesse, then keep it.
Okay.
Let's see. Bill, what were those two rolls?
Can I spend?
What? None of them were this.
Sorry, it's you posted two rolls.
Those are old.
Oh, okay, sorry. Anyways. All right, so what'd you get, Caleb?
I spend 2 stress just to get 1d6, right?
Yeah, basically.
I got a 2. Sorry.
Okay. Well, that gives you another stress. But everybody else can roll finesse. Audra, you rolled a 6?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll be the group's roll then. But everyone else, all right.
I did not harm things further. Yay!
All right. Salty, what'd you get?
A 6.
All right. Nice. Salvage, what'd you get?
I get 1.
All right, that's another stress for Flake.
Flake. All right.
Yep.
Well, he tries to parkour, but he just ends up bashing through a bunch of people messily.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
basically. It's a very messy chase. The Marrow's definitely chasing you all, but he can't keep up with the string of knocked out people in your wake.
The goat. Tink.
Yeah, no, the goat actually makes a great battering ram, you find out. Yeah, you get back to the kiln with a little bit to spare. But yeah, the 3 convicts, they're hunting after you. You gained a little edge over them, so you get there. You have a bit of time because you get a full success. So,
can I give the goat to them and have them throw it in the trick oven and start the fire?
Yeah. So the trick oven would definitely be a tinker check. So flashback, the Salvage Tink set up the trick oven. So Salvage, let's find out how good that trick oven is.
Great.
That's definitely risky.
Is anybody else willing to help me, or?
Sure.
Okay. That'll be 3d6, and I'll say I'll use my tools on that too, so that will give a quality boost if I succeed.
Yep.
Got a 4, so partial.
Okay. So you do succeed, but in your hurriedness, you throw it in there, ready to work, and the goat gets stuck. It somehow it seems like the goat's legs are at a slightly different angle than they were before. Like they're almost like trying not to fit in.
Do not do this to me right now.
So the goat's stuck for a little bit. You'll have to it'll barely fit. It'll take you more time to get him in there. So the bad guys are definitely going to catch up and get to the building before you can fit the goat through the trick oven, unless you I don't know, do something drastic. If you had wreck, you could try and shove it through, muscle it through.
I do have wreck.
Okay.
So it's not great, but I can at least try. So
yeah.
And I do have wrecking gear with me as well. So fine wrecking tools.
Hit it with a sledgehammer until it cooks in.
It's more hitting the sides of the walls to chip it through and just like make the opening bigger.
Yeah. Or I could use some bombs to widen.
Oh yeah, no, bomb it. Yeah.
We need the bombs for the fire.
I was kidding on that one, obviously. All right, 1d6. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it
definitely
gave me another 1, but this is like the 3rd time that's happened. So I'm like,
okay,
well, I've been doing the same thing. I'm going to check something.
Okay,
I think that's a 1, man.
Yeah,
okay,
it's definitely a 1.
No, it was like it kept giving me 1, so I was wanting to make sure it wasn't aired out. So yeah, so that doesn't work.
All right, yeah. So the goat is stuck. It is being obstinate somehow. Yeah. Meanwhile, what is anybody else doing anything while you're waiting for the bad guys to catch up, or
Gonna try and stop them.
okay?
Other than that, I don't know what everybody else wants to do.
I mean, that seems like a plan.
Okay.
Yep.
You might
All
want
right.
to help Eric with his trick oven. I don't know. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Audra, you're focused. You go to the oven. The goat doesn't fit, and you're just. I would imagine.
I'm gonna try to lube the goat up. I'm gonna assist. I'm gonna try to lube the goat up with like ectoplasm to see if we can get.
Okay. Yeah.
Go with that.
Yeah. A tune would work for that. Yeah. It is an occult artifact.
Okay, sure.
So that's what you like to get up to on your weekends, huh, Audra?
You want to come down to the fucking night market one weekend? You let me know. 6 and a 4.
All right. Yeah. Turns out it works really well. It just slides right in. Every time. So the let's see. So the actually Morrow gets in front of the brick hill and then says, "Just give us the goat and no one gets hurt. We're technically on parole, you see. It's our freedom. If we don't bring back the goat or your heads, we're going back to prison or we'll be shot on sight by the bluecoats. So just give us the goat. All right?"
Okay. I've got an angle here, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So remind me really quickly, Flake, the plan is this place is going to explode and we are using that as cover, right?
Well, yeah, because we can abandon the goat in there, but then they have to wait for it to stop burning down. And by then we'll get back to the field with the goat that we stole out of the back of the trick oven. Right. Yeah. So basically they'll be waiting around a burning building while we're approaching the field from the other side with the goat trophy in time for the end game. And then we get paid because it's not our problem anymore.
Yep.
So we could offer these three a chance to, heroically comply with the Bluecoats' coercion and then, sneak them out and turn them to allies. That's what I'm thinking. Come on in here, let's talk, I'm essentially, and I can't think of the words, I'm sorry, but if there was a way, I just want to say, come on in here if you think you're big enough.
That'd be command.
Yeah.
Command, yeah.
Okay. Well, I have none in that, so that's great.
Yeah, that would be the more forceful thing. Sway, you don't really have the great leverage over them because they said they did specifically say that your heads are also a form of payment.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I have one in command. I don't know if you want me to do that.
That's more than none. And I can spend 1 stress to boost you instead of 2 stress to stand pat. So.
All right, and you want to flip them as an asset, right?
Right. What I was really hoping for, and I just can't think of a silver tongue enough way to say it, is something that, if there are other Bluecoats watching, makes them think I am taunting them to come on in. But actually, it's get in here and let's talk real fast.
All right, I will try that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Definitely risky. I would say this is not really desperate, but it is definitely risky.
Holy shit. I don't know how to do a screenshot, so I'll take a picture because I'm a dumb.
Okay.
No.
Caleb roll well.
Yeah, I did, but it's a really dumb roll especially with my luck, so I don't expect anyone to believe it. Because I roll like shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. You know.
There's a screen clipping tool baked into Windows if you're on a PC, by the way.
Oh, no, I've already done 14 different steps. It's way more efficient. Trust me.
6? Oh, critical.
Nice.
Now I have to think what I would say. Okay. Do you really think you'd prove yourself useful enough to get this goat, so to speak, and that they would let you go after you've proven yourself so useful? I think right now you fight for being shot in the head at the prison or going back to prison to become the dog of the Bluecoats. But if you would like me to kill you right now, you may join me in the guild. He's much more merciful. And then I'll turn my back and walk inside. So basically, I'm just trying to remind them how shitty their situation is, ending it with a vaguely veiled threat, and then maybe they'll come inside and we can talk them down from there. Yeah.
All right. Morrow makes some hand signs to something in a direction. You're guessing he's trying, and then he goes in by himself. So yeah, he's just dressed in robes with a sword at his hip, by the way. So kind of samurai-ish, but he goes in. None of us have anything left in this city except our lives. We're told about you that you're smugglers. That you look, if you get us out of the city, then we're free from the Bluecoats. Get us on a boat to Lockport. And I guess we won't have any reason to fight you, will we?
We can do this. Bring your friends inside. Finish the job. Be good little Bluecoat soldiers. And from there, we will help you escape.
Okay. So Salty, you know that the Leviathan hunters actually, have ships that go up to Lockport all the time, because they, need to transport the Leviathan blood to Lockport. So that'd actually be pretty easy, but that kind of smuggling carries a price. So these guys don't look like they have anything other than the weapons they have on them, which wouldn't pay much. So if you're going to do this, you're going to owe the Leviathan hunters a debt of some kind, or you're going to have to pay them up front.
I mean, I have 2 coin on my person. I mean, how much of a cost are you looking at?
Probably 2 coin per person, and it's a 3-person team. So 6 coin to get all 3 of them out.
There's one guy in here with us right now, right?
Yeah, but he has 2 comrades apparently that he's blood. Whether one of the sniper's a woman, but they're
close.
Yeah,
Sellies. Yeah,
that makes it hard to convince them that they don't all need to go.
Well, I mean, they're not going to try if you try and one of you can. They're not going to. It's sort of a sign of trust too.
Yeah. Which one of these is your least favorite, Sally?
What?
Just kidding. Look, I whispered to you guys. Are you guys cool paying their passage?
Look, I have information that you'll want. I can offer information in exchange for.
Yeah, but I only have 2 gold.
I could put 1 gold towards that.
Well,
we could just owe him a favor.
Yeah.
Do we want to owe a favor to another gang, though?
Well, they're our friend gang, though. It's not like a random one.
Yeah, you're at +1 status.
They're
okay.
But we're not friends with them, though.
But
they're rank 5. They're rank 5 in our turf. We can't fight them.
Yeah,
we want to be their friend.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it then. I mean, if you guys are down for that.
You're doing a score without getting payment, essentially. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
We could just dress up like fishermen and take them on the boat with us.
Well, then you'd have to go to Lockport, which is a little outside the context of this game. Also, your ship couldn't make it to Lockport because it goes past the city.
Our ship almost couldn't make it through the city. Yeah. So.
Yeah, barely made it through the city, yeah.
I would rather not do it, but I could also call my brother and see if he can get a boat.
Yeah.
He took over my dad's shipping business after he
you could owe your brother a favor, in which case it's not as
I haven't
onerous.
talked to them in 10 years.
Ooh.
I don't really want to. But if I got to go back to Samoa to fight Idris Elba. Yeah, do it.
Here's the thing: owing a favor to a rival gang as large as that basically just gives them one step closer to just absorbing us.
Yeah, I would
Or
say Audra could. I would say Audra, your brother, would definitely do it. Blood is thicker than water, but like you're gonna have some explaining to do afterwards. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like regardless, we are fine with figuring out some way, whether it's favor, whether it's money, whether it's alternative, of smuggling them out. We'll burn that bridge later, right?
Yeah, but right now we need to burn this brick kiln factory.
Exactly.
Okay.
One fire at a time.
So
Also a tagline for the campaign.
yeah, you got a success. You got a critical success. So they agree to help it. And they both are watching you. All three of them, the other two, come out. And Audric has a pistol, and so does the sneak thief. Cross. So yeah, if you get into a fight with him, it's going to be really nasty. And it's going to be like a Reservoir Dogs kind of shootout. Like it's going to get very bloody very quickly. So they're obviously not too paranoid about getting bloodied, but they're watching very carefully. But you burn the brick kiln. Without them, it's easy to
Can we make it sound good first?
Oh sure, yeah.
We just start wrecking shit, just breaking furniture, screaming, pretending to get shot. Can I cut myself?
Sure.
Yeah, I cut myself really badly on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even take a wound for it. Called heroic shoulder wound if I can.
All right.
And, yeah, we just make it look good. We make it look like the fire happened naturally as we all murdered each other. I don't want to make it look good for the blue coats.
Good idea.
Then you guys could sneak out back and I'll crawl out front barely alive.
All right.
Tell everyone the dark tale of how the goat burned until we bring it back in like 20 minutes.
All right. Yeah, that, I mean, you don't have to roll. Like, it's a good plan. You get the goat. You manage to get the goat away from the prying eyes of the blue coats are pretty easy to, with that as a distraction. Their eyes are fixated on the burning kiln. You get the goat back to the honorable game. Crow's Foot wins, defeating their hated rival. And of Barrow Cleft. The crowd goes wild. The gang, the Crows, are very ecstatic. Some of their gang members were in the game as fighters. And you hurry away. All of you hurry away. The three convicts are now wanted, dead or alive. And so you need to get them the fuck out of what do you call it? The docks. In fact, you gain another one heat because people you did burn down a building and whatnot. So and a lot of people saw you do that. So but who are you going to have them get to Lockport? Are you going to use Audra's brother, or are you going to use Leviathan on Durs?
Okay, well, we made 10 coin off that gig, didn't we?
Yep, you do get paid 10 coin. So
if we want, I mean, we've got enough margin all between us to get them out. Consider it. I don't know.
Well, you can pay them in coin. You can owe them a favor, or Audra's brother will probably do it for free. But Audra's obviously going to have to make things right.
To role play through his shit. Do it.
Oh no!
Get dramatic.
My hubris.
Hubris. All right, so Audra, tell us a little bit about your brother and how what was the last time you talked to him? How did that end up like?
It was pretty uneventful. Like, I just got on a boat and then just stopped writing letters and stopped coming back home.
Okay.
So, like, the whole thing with my character is that she was just like really into boating around, and her dad ran a mercantile sort of business. Who then retired because her whole thing was as soon as I level up, I'm going to take the Tempest ability because the whole thing is like weather control and basically just protected all his ship so that he massively profited by doing dangerous routes that other people couldn't. So he retired. The brothers, I never really got along with them. They just wanted to... nice. So, yes, I ghosted them. Not my line. That's Caleb's. Is very good. It's very good. Yeah, so the brothers took over, and I just sort of got bored because I didn't want to do business. Like, that's boring. So that was when then just passing a lot through Duskwall, that's when Salty found me, and I just was like, oh, this is way more fun. So just did this instead and just sort of stopped talking to them, and that was many years ago.
All right. Audra, what's your brother's name?
Do you have one? Question. No.
I can come up with one.
I got a name.
Chauncey.
The actual names I was using...
Henri. He could be very French.
No.
Matias. Matis. Matias.
Matias?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Matias is in port at Duskwall. And you just walk up to him, and he is rather stunned to see you. Can you... I recognize... Did you have the mask when you last saw him?
No, I did not have the mask, but I'm not wearing it right now.
Yeah. Audra, it's I wondered if you were alive or dead or in prison or worse. I guess it is good fortune. It must be good luck all around. I heard the goat's back. I don't know who's won yet, but one district will be blessed. And now you appeared. This must be a lucky day for me.
I wouldn't get ahead of yourself, Ben. I'm really here just because I need a favor.
Oh, it's like that, then.
It is like, yeah. Can I just say it, make it quick? We can all move on with our lives.
Well, well, what is it?
I have some passengers that need manifest on your next ship to a town whose name I've forgotten.
Lockport.
That's the one.
Yeah. Well, I was about to leave for Lockport soon.
Perfect. So are they. They just need a corner to sit in. It won't bother anybody.
They're armed, I see.
Yeah, but I mean, the sea's dangerous. You never know.
Who are these other people?
They're my friends. Oh, everybody came?
Friends?
Yeah, I have them. Them.
Look a bit...
I've never met this man before in my life.
One seems to be quite ill. Something's wrong with his skin.
No, don't be judgy. He's fine. Not everyone has Dad's money for medicine.
Yeah, I wouldn't harp on that too much.
Wait, are we at the docks?
Yeah.
Apparently you're here too. We've all just gone down.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're down at the Carvelis Mercantile.
All right, I will go, oh, good, river mud, and just start packing river blood into my wound. I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah.
Assuage the brothers' worry about these new friends. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He's great. We can all take care of ourselves.
Look, there's somebody it looks like I should leave with them now rather than later.
Yes.
I mean, well, in that case, if we're trading favors, then I was going to stay here another couple of nights because I'm waiting to meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's family business. But if you're blood, so even though it's been a while, you can still take care of this. He takes a letter from his jacket and hands it to you. Just read the letter. You'll know who to meet and when and where, and then just take care of it. I don't want to talk about it in mixed company.
Fine. What boat are you going on?
This one right here.
I'll look up.
Okay.
I'll make sure it gets there quick.
Well, no. Basically, he wants you to adventure to be filled in later.
No, I know. I'm just going to protect his boat. Like I don't have to be on it.
Yeah.
I just have my ritual, so I'm going to cast it when I go home.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So, it is. The Silver Tooth is the name of the ship. So, yes, protect that. That'll help. But just take care of a bit of family business for us. And
I'll look at the letter and then just stuff it in my coat.
I'll be back to Duskwall within a month if things go well. Will I be able to see you again?
Maybe. I'll see you in a month.
Okay. I will. Where can I find you?
I'm around the docks. You know me.
So I just ask everyone to see where Audra is?
No. You come back, and if I want to, I will come to you.
I would like to see you again.
I'll consider it.
All right.
Thank you.
I will get your friends here to Lockport. No questions asked. I'll put them in the hidden compartment. They'll have food and water, don't worry. But
I trust you.
All right. So the rest of you are kind of watching that unfold. The three convicts go over to you, Salty, and say, look, we weren't hired directly by the Blue Coats. The Hive wanted us, wanted the goat, and they tried to get the Blue Coats to do it, but the Blue Coats got us because, we were desperate and we knew the area better than they did. Well, they wanted their own cat's paws. You know how they are. But we have an idea why. The Hive has some kind of ritual they can use to summon a demon. They're trying to destroy the crows. Something personal on their leader's part, but they need the goat out of the way because it does stop demons. But the ritual is held by their leader, Jura Maha. Apparently it's summons a pretty powerful demon, puts it under complete control of whoever summons them. Might be worth a lot of coin to the right person, or might be worth a right coin to destroy it. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you for the information.
That's all we can pay you in. That's all we have. But that would get us killed if they found out. So thank you so much for giving us at least some freedom. I hope we never see Duskwall again. All right.
So have a safe trip.
Yep. Then they leave. So you did it. Yay. You helped them have the game. So that ends this heist. And let's see here where we're at. You guys want to do downtime at the beginning of next session or do it now?
Next session.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do it next session. So just remember, start with downtime.
And we can upgrade the crew as well.
Yeah, you did raise the tier of the crew. You got enough rep for that. So you'll definitely be upgrade the tier of the crew, but I'll figure out the experience.
Left, right after we get that.
You have 9 what?
We have 9 in the crew left. If we don't split it among ourselves.
Let's see. There was
10 coins, so 1 goes to the crew to level up.
Okay. Well, no, it's like 8 coins to level up the crew.
Yeah, but we had 7 already.
Oh yeah. Would be So the net would be 9.
Yeah.
We'll figure all that out at the beginning. But yeah, start with downtime. Anyways, right. Questions, comments, suggestions. You guys like that?
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Cool. By the way, for the listeners at home, I totally ripped this idea off from a Netflix show I watched called Home Game. The first episode is about a sport called Calico Storico, which is played only in the city of Florence. And it's basically rugby with 27 people on the side, but they do basically MMA fighting. It's like punching and kicking. People have had their eyes ripped out. People have died, and they fucking love it. They basically, there's 4 teams in Florence, and it's whatever part of Florence you're born in. That's the only one you're eligible for ever. And your only people born in Florence are eligible. And they basically have a semifinals where there's, each team fights another team, and then the 2 winners from that one have the finals. And in between that is like 10 days, and that's all they can do. And like the finals is determined by how many people are not really totally crippled or maimed by the first game. And there's no money. It's just for city pride and bragging rights, I guess. And the prize is an actual calf. They give the team they don't kill the cow. It's the same cow every year. He's like, oh, well, let's,
you get a pet.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the idea behind it. Anyways, thank you all for listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.